Welcome back. 7:13 on this Monday morning. The old segment we bring in Ryan PC Trimble to talk about what's trending. So you've had an entire weekend to gather your information.
Yes, I have. I've
Go.
gathered, I've looked, and this is what I came up with. So the hashtag Oscar Pistorius has been trending this morning and over the weekend as the accused killer goes back to court. It's actually been so popular on Twitter that tweeting has been ordered to stop from the courtroom. People have been live tweeting it, and the judge ordered to stop doing that. And then a few minutes later, after that order came out, court took a brief break because, as we can see here, this is according to Twitter once again, Pistorius actually threw up while they were reading back the autopsy report. Yeah. And that was according to First Post Sports, who tweeted, I guess, outside of the courtroom about that. But there's been a lot of people have been talking about the trial because it's been going on for quite a while now.
Yeah, day 6 is
Day
today,
6 is
so they had the weekend off. But
yeah.
It's a high-profile trial. I mean, it's obviously we're talking about here. It's in South Africa. It's garnering worldwide attention.
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of people are talking about that.
Yep.
And then a lot of people are also talking about daylight savings time. Excuse me, I did it wrong. I wrote it and I did it wrong. Saving time.
Yeah,
saving
no
time
S.
in the singular. It happened this weekend and basically just confused like the entire world. And a lot of people are asking, why do we even do it?
Try explaining it to 6-year-olds, Ryan.
Exactly. Why do we even do it? Well, I have the answer and a few fun facts that I will read to you over this unrelated file footage of people sleeping. This tradition was actually started by Benjamin Franklin in the 1700s because he was interested in conserving candles. But when people go back and look at that, he actually may have been joking about it when he said that he wanted to start it. So we started this whole tradition because Benjamin Franklin told a joke once about changing the time to conserve candles.
It's because, you know why?
Why?
Because his wig looked very, very official.
Yes, definitely.
So why would anyone think that he was lying or
exactly.
joking?
He would just keep saying things, and then he's like, no, I'm kidding you guys.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, he said it, so we have to believe it.
There you go.
What if we wore wigs, do you think people would take us more seriously? No.
Not at all.
No. No. But also, this other man from New Zealand, he's an entomologist, which is a fancy word for bug scientist, George Vernon. He wanted to study bugs in longer daylight hours, so he suggested it.
I enjoy entomens, which is the study of Danish.
Study of what?
Danish.
Danish, yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Delicious.
You like them, Colin?
Oh, yeah.
If there were more daylight hours, you guys could just like keep eating them. I do not like those very much, but...
You're not a big fan of entomens?
No, I'm not. No.
Really?
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry. There's lots of things wrong with me. One of those including I don't like those cakes. But experts actually say traffic accidents spike after the first Monday after daylight savings time because basically everyone is jet lagged for the entire day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what threw me this morning was when Colin, we were talking about the sunrise. Literally, is it official yet?
No, 10, 12, 15, 13 minutes ago.
It's still not there.
It's still bizarre.
Yeah, it's very weird. So this last story, moving on from daylight saving, whatever. This is sort of a producer's pick because a lot of people were talking about it, but it was a lot of my friends, and we all have the same sort of interests. So whatever, I'm going to talk about it for a second.
And you're the producer.
And I'm the producer, so I can do this. But starting this weekend, I think this is so cool. Amtrak is actually accepting applications for a new writer's residency program. Basically, Amtrak says the program was designed to allow creative professionals who are passionate about train travel and writing to work on their trains. What you can basically do is you can just apply, and each resident who is accepted will be given a private sleeper car for free, and you get 2-3 days to just go on the train and kind of travel across America and write. Up to 24 writers are going to be selected for the program, and it's the application period starts on the 17th and goes to the end of the month. And like I said, residencies will last 2 to 5 days, and all applications have to be in by March 31st. They basically just want a writing sample and to see that you have a very good online presence because they want people to sort of tweet and talk about it and talk about how great Amtrak is. I think it's pretty interesting because like train travel is not really something that people in America do a lot, but I think that more and more people are trying to turn to it because with gas being so expensive and stuff like that, people are wanting to find other modes of transportation.
So my 2 questions would be, 1, have you applied?
I will probably be doing that
because you like to write.
I love to write, and I love trains.
And secondly, do you have to file separate tax returns for residency throughout the states you go through?
I hope.
Since they're calling you a resident.
I hope not. I hope you're just sort of like a voyager because that would get to be a lot. I like writing, but I don't like writing that much.
Have you done a train?
Yes, my friends and I last summer took the train from Raleigh up to New York.
Yeah.
And it was actually a lot cheaper. It was, it was a whole day of travel, but it was a ton cheaper to do it than to drive.
Yeah, I've done a day trip on a train.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be a resident on one. I'm not knocking it, but
yeah. I mean, staying anywhere for that long.
But I guess if you're on there and you're working and you're doing your craft,
you can get off and you can at the different side you can get off and stuff. So that would be fun.
Nifty.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Colin, have you ever been on a train?
I have.
Did you like it?
I did.
Did
Where'd you go?
I did not write. I've done a couple different train rides. The most fun time I had was actually on my honeymoon. There's a thing called the skunk train that goes from Fort Bragg, California, up into the Mendocino County Mountains.
That's cool.
It is. It's just a little short 10-mile ride out in the middle of nowhere. But it's fun.
Why the skunk name?
That's what it was called, the Skunk Railroad. I don't know why. Yeah. Who knows? So I probably knew at the time. It's just been.
No, I didn't know if like you went to like a sulfur spring or something.
No,
like
no,
that.
that's cool. Take a look at this. This is really cool too. We're going to geek out on this. Ready? This is our battleship camera, and that is an enormous tanker that's moving down the Cape Fear River. You can see it. It's being positioned by tugs on each side. Actually, a tug to the port side and one there to the aft of the ship as they continue to move up the Cape Fear River. You ready to really geek out? All right, so this is a website called shipfinder.com, and I use this all the time. Here's Wilmington. It shows you all the ship traffic around. We're going to zoom in, and you can actually see not only the transponders from the tugs that are working that ship, but you can click on it. That's the Stolt Pondo. It is a Panamanian ship. It's a tanker ship. It's 170 meters long. It's underway. Its destination's New Orleans as it heads out from the chemical terminal just north of the Isabel Holmes Bridge. That is information you can use. Oh yeah, also Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. It's about to go up. Fishing game forecast for today. The best time to get out and try some fishing, 10:40 in the morning and again tonight at 10:40 in the evening.